Alright guys, so in this video I want to go over something that has been asked about a couple of times inside of my live stream, and that is going to be mileage points. So people have been asking, especially the returning players as well as the new players, HyRool, where do I spend the mileage points, and what are some of the good things that are going to be worth it? As well as I want to go over where and how you guys can get these mileage points quickly other than the gacha. So let's first talk about the ways to get mileage points, because this is going to be very important for a lot of players. Mileage points does help out a lot. Alright, so first of all, it's going to be inside of the gacha. Obviously, this has been changed for a while now, and every single time you guys do a gacha, whether you guys get a actual cookie or not, we got a Frost Queen, you guys are going to be getting some mileage points. Of course, the more promotion and ascensions you guys have, I believe you guys do get a little bit more. So you guys can see right over here every single one of the soul cores, as well as soul prisms and soul stones. Everything like that is gonna give you guys mileage points, and they're gonna have different values. But you guys see right there, my Frost Queen is, because it's maxed ascension, gonna have 1,200 of the mileage points that I'm able to get. So that was a total of 1,769 mileage points added to my total number of mileage points. However, there's actually a lot easier method, and that is gonna be the guild gacha. Alright, so the guild gacha is something that I actually don't really do too much, but it is a way for you guys to get a gigaton of mileage points, especially if you guys are in an active guild, because every single time you guys would look right over here, I'm at 31,652. If you guys actually go to the guild gacha and you guys are doing your daily battles, which I do need to go and do right now. We are at 9 out of 9, but you guys see that our guild is pretty darn active, and when you guys do, you guys are gonna get a lot of torches now, which also has changed as well. And if you guys actually go and do your gacha here, you're gonna be able to see that there are actual ways to get mileage points here too, and that is gonna be from pulling duplicate of the cream puffs as well as duplicate of the guild exclusive treasures. And just by doing that right there, I was able to get a total of about 1,000 plus of the mileage points. And if I do this for about a couple of minutes, because I do get a lot of cream puffs, which is very, very, very easy to max out, to max ascension. If you guys are in an active guild, you're going to be able to get a ton of mileage points, and this is going to be a place where I would recommend you guys to definitely invest in, because not only do you get mileage points, but you guys get a lot of topping pieces that a lot of you guys asked for, EXP star jellies, as well as time jumpers and speed ups additional to the mileage points. So we're gonna go and spend a little bit more here, guys. Let me just go and spend the last 400,000, and then we'll be back and check out on how much actual mileage points we were able to get. Alright guys, so I just did the last pull right there, and again, this is just such a good way to get resources, and I'm going to emphasize it one more time. If you're in an active guild, it's so easy to get these torches nowadays, because every single week you're going so high inside of the guild boss battle compared to before, which was really tough. And because of the fact that they did add the time jumpers in here, now you're going to be able to farm so much time jumpers rather than having to wait and do your cookie alliance. In addition to that, if you guys are doing guild gacha regularly, then you guys can get the speed ups, right, that you don't need to spend your mileage points on. Alright, so let's go back to the actual gacha area and see the mileage points now. And if you guys look right over here, we basically doubled our mileage points by just doing a little bit of guild gacha. So that is really how you guys farm a gigaton of mileage points, and you guys saw I probably could get even more because I have so much torches left, but definitely something that you want to take advantage of. Now let's go talk about where you want to spend these mileage points. Alright, number one, without a doubt, is treasure tickets. And because of the fact that it is so easy to get mileage points, if you guys do not have a max level treasures, especially the ones that are going to be really essential, including your jelly watch, comet, and epic, as well as the whistle, as well as the vial right now, as well as the scroll. Something like the enchanted robe is really good and is required. Holivarian royal necklace is really good right now for the arena, and additional to that, something like things that will come up here and there, like the torch, as well as the pincushion. If you guys don't have these things maxed out, alright, and the monocle, then you definitely need to go and spend on your treasures. And again, because of the fact that it is so much easier to get mileage points, it is very, very, very recommended to actually spend on these treasures. And actually, just to let you guys know, if you guys actually spend your treasure tickets, treasures also do give mileage points. All right, so you're basically getting some in return of you spending. So it is a great way to go and level up your treasures. It will make so much of a big difference, especially on a returning account and a new account. If you guys do upgrade your treasures, the percentage increase is absolutely massive. And then before I get into any of the cookies that are worth it, I do want to recommend that you do not spend any mileage points on the rainbow queues. Please, it's not worth it. Look, I spent 63,000 and I get 2,500, and that's like literally one of the 5 pulls and then a little bit of extra 1 pulls. Like, you're not even gonna be able to do it twice. Like, it's not worth it, guys. All right, please, there are better places to spend it, and just farm the rainbow queues from events, from coupon codes and stuff like that. Now, going into the mileage shop for the cookies, they do need to update this because right now the last 2 are going to be from Golden Asmanthus as well as Red Asmanthus, and that is from November. All right, these cookies came out in November. We're behind a lot, and hopefully Dev Sisters do add in a little bit more cookies like Choco Drizzle right now. That is essential for the Epic Only Arena. But I do want to talk about a couple of the cookies that you definitely want to get. Number 1, Star Coral. Very, very good and absolutely OP support that will be a very, very good cookie for you guys, especially if your account does not have a lot of good supports, healers, as well as these, cookies that are going to be able to support and buff up your cookies. Absolutely amazing and a great choice to pick up. All right, next one is going to be Rebel. All right, some people, say Rebel is not that good, but Rebel is absolutely amazing with the elemental damage boost, defense down, decoys, as well as able to do damage. The only downside to Rebel is that Rebel's, in the front line as an ambush, naturally his HP and defense are going to be a little bit lower than those tanks and sometimes can blow up, but Rebel still is an amazing cookie that you do want to go and get. And then right below him is Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee is amazing. I don't think I need to talk about too much about him. He's literally in all of my beginner's guide and everything like that. He's just so good. Boss shredder, all right? And then also inside of the guild boss battle. Next one is going to be right diagonal to him, and it's going to be Linzer. Linzer is not going to be used everywhere, but in most of the cases, like events and Strawberry Cake Tower and those places where bosses are going to be immune to everything, Linzer is the only answer to dealing more damage, because Linzer's debuff is going to be the only thing that goes through those bosses, debuff immunity. Alright, additional to that, you do buff of your cookies to do more damage, so there is that bonus. Next one is going to be Burnt Cheese. Burnt Cheese definitely is used a little less now inside of the arena, but an amazing cookie overall, especially paired up with someone like Creme Brulee, because he doesn't require magic candy and he's able to protect, take some damage, as well as put that debuff immunity onto himself and your highest attacking cookie. So great. And then rest of them, I would say these are going to be more of an honorable mention slash choices that you guys can make later down the line, especially if you guys are focusing on guild boss battle and things like that. Mint Choco. Mint Choco is going to be paired up really well with Creme Brulee inside of things like the Strawberry Cake Tower as well as the guild boss battle, so keep that in mind. Next one is going to be our Dark Choco. Dark Choco is another really good cookie that you want to slowly invest in, and especially in its magic candy, because it increases crit damage and all of those things, so keep that in mind. That's going to be another really good one to invest in on the side. And the next one is going to be our Twizzly Gummy. Of course, Twizzly Gummy is still in that OP section, going to be the number 1 choice still inside of the Cookie Alliance to beat those difficult stages, so just keep that in mind. A cookie that you definitely do want to slowly invest in, but just keep in mind, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, but one thing that we know for sure is that Stormbringer is getting a crystal gem in the summer, so if that's the case, will Twizzly Gummy get better? We'll have to see how that goes. Next one I would say is Financier with the magic candy, going to be a pretty good option. I would say at least level 1 is going to be really good to get all of the extra buffs and stuff, and then starting from plus 10, you do a little bit more light damage and things like that, so keep that in mind. Next one I would say Blu-ray Pie for the guild boss battle, of course, and then we have someone like Space Donut and Prune Juice. Space Donut is more for PvE, especially in the Cookie Alliance. prune juice is for that guild boss battle, and then black lemonade paired up with someone like, you know, Twisty Gummy. And then I would say for the guild boss battle, matcha. And then last one I would say is going to be someone like our Nutmeg Tiger for the fire comps, as well as inside of the cake tower. Nutmeg Tiger is pretty darn good. So those are the cookies that I do recommend, as well as you know, honorable mentions. And again, just keep in mind, #1 choice is going to be treasure tickets, unless you don't have good cookies and you do need to invest in at least 2,000 to unlock the cookie. Not a bad idea. I would say stay away from the EXP, stay away from the rainbow cubes. Only spend on the arena tickets if you guys are grinding the arena. Speed ups, if your guild gacha is not giving you guys enough, then not a bad idea. As well as the essences are not very good either anymore, because you know, you get so much from pulling on the gacha and you get so much currencies to pull on the gacha. So #1 is going to be treasure tickets. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys in this video. Hope you guys found the video helpful. Again, guild is so OP. Not only do you guys get crystals, rainbow cubes, but torches equals a bunch of resources like mileage points and all that stuff. So go and farm it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.